And here's day 5. I put 2 topics on here. The first is these percent problems. So they're both worked out there, but I'm going to talk through one of them. I put on your sheet is over of equals percent over 100. So what I do is put the percent always over 100 because percent literally means out of 100. The of number always goes on the bottom. So here that's 116. And then I cross multiply 116 times 20 and 100 times x. Divide both sides by 100, and there's my solution. The only thing different about this one is that we were given the is number, and the of number is what we don't know. So I have the top filled in, and the bottom is where my x goes. But again, cross multiply, divide both sides, and your solution is there. I noted that we have 2 methods to solve these systems of equations. I did 2 because the third one is graphing, and we didn't really use that very often, just except as a method to practice graphing. So method A, first you solve for one of the variables. So I just subtracted 8y from both sides. Then you go to the other equation and you plug this in. I plugged 43 minus 8y in the place of x, because for x minus y equals 7. Then I just work it out, so I distributed, I combined my y's, I subtracted 172 from both sides, and then I divided both sides by 33. This next step is the same for both. Once I know the y, I can just put it into whichever one I want, and then solve for x to finish it off. Method B is my favorite, might not be yours, but for the second method, what I do is I took this equation, the second one, and I multiplied the whole thing by, it's really hard to see on here, 8. So all of this equation was multiplied by 8. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times negative y is negative 8y. 8 times 7 is 56. And then I added the 2 equations together. I multiplied by 8 on purpose to make those 2 go away. So I'm left with 33x equals 99, which tells me x is 3. And then this step is the same as the first method. Once I know the x, I can plug it in. So 3 plus 8y equals 43 instead of x plus 8y equals 43, and solve for the y. The second one I only used one method to do, so I multiplied the top equation by -2, and then once everything was multiplied by -2, I added the 2 equations together. That gave me the y. Once I know the y, I plug it in, x plus 8 instead of y, to get the second bit.